Hello and welcome to Cheddar, the magnificent, picturesque village nestled in the heart of Somerset in the southwest of UK. Ride along me on this cold, wintry day as we explore Cheddar and Cheddar Gorge. The world famous cheddar cheese was created here in Cheddar. And it dates back over 800 years, and they're still creating the cheese the exact same way, in the exact same case, to this day. Look at that old place. Should we go for a wander in? On record now, I don't like cheese. I really don't like cheese. Don't like the smell of it. Certainly don't like the taste of it. So, I'm doing this for you.
Honestly, I think you like that.
Months old, that one.
18 months old. Yeah. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, so we've got our cheddar cheese. I'm definitely not trying it. So history has it that 800 years ago, a milkmaid left a pail of milk in the case and it turned bad. And the creation was the world famous cheddar cheese. In Cheddar, and I've found a novelty river wave. I don't know if that's rideable. It may well be. Whoosh! Jacob's ladder there. I think that goes right up to the top of the gorge there, and then you can walk along the ridge right through the gorge. All these little quaint independent shops. It's the 5th of January and you can still see it's very busy. It's lovely to see. Ah, there's an entrance to one of the caves. Caves. Hello, kind sir.
Hello.
Can I ask you a few questions, buddy? I'm just doing a bit of a YouTube video about Cheddar. Can I ask you a few questions about the caves?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is the entrance to Cox's Cave, which
Right.
is the smaller of the two show caves.
Brilliant.
Goff's Cave is a little further up the gorge on the right.
Yeah, okay.
And this one we use to tell stories.
Ah, wow.
At the moment we tell a story about the people who lived here 10,000 years ago.
Interesting.
And the animals that they had a relationship with, the ones they hunted over the hills, the bison, the mammoths.
Ah, okay, like you've got spotted there then. So there was woolly mammoth and stuff like that here?
Yeah, woolly mammoths, and there were even horses up there, which eventually they domesticated.
Oh, wow.
But to start with, they were hunting them.
Really?
But in the caves, there were already cave bears and wolves trying to live.
Cave bears?
Yeah. We have a skeleton in the museum. It shows you just how ferocious they were.
Am I right in saying the oldest dated human skeleton was found here? The Cheddar Man?
It's the oldest complete human skeleton that's been located in the UK.
It's amazing,
and
isn't it?
It's 10,500 years old.
Oh my goodness.
There are older human remains,
yes,
but they're very much partial.
Yep.
And they'll be part of a jawbone, part of a skull, the odd femur, and so on.
So the Cheddar Man, was he found in the caves here?
He was found in Goff's Cave, which is, as I said, the main show cave. That's a little further up the valley here, and not very far in what we call the daylight zone.
Okay.
And so that was probably the limit of how far people got into the cave.
Yes.
Because beyond that, it was choked with boulders and silt.
That's insane. Well, thank you so much for your time, buddy.
Pleasure.
What was your name? Mark?
Mark.
Nice to meet you, Mark. Thank you so much.
Good to meet you.
Thank you, boss. There you have it, folks. direct from the horse's mouth. Big thanks to Mark there, the guide, giving us a bit of time there and talking us through a bit of the history of the gorge. So the village actually dates back thousands and thousands of years. So as you just heard then, people were settled here in the gorge over 10,000 years ago. Amazing. Here you are guys, the main entrance. It's the dark, gloomy world below. Museum of Prehistory. For all you Christmas lovers out there, here is the Cheddar Christmas shop, and this is a Christmas shop that's open year round. Can you believe it? It's open all the year round for all you Christmas lovers. This village is like something out of a fairy tale, with the little stream, little quaint shops. Look at that old sign. It's cool, isn't it? Traditional fish and chips. Heading back to the van now, we'll take a drive up the gorge and I'll show you the full length through it. It's an amazing sight. It's like the UK's version of the Grand Canyon. Anyone familiar with the TV show Vikings would have heard of the Kingdom of Wessex. Well, Cheddar was a stronghold for Wessex back in the day, and there was a Saxon palace discovered underneath the local secondary school here when construction started. The history goes back thousands of years in Cheddar and the surrounding areas. Lots of the surrounding secondary schools and things are named after historical figures and such. For instance, there's a local secondary school around here called King Alfred's, after the great King Alfred of Wessex. The local secondary school here is called Kings of Wessex. Alright guys, let's go for a drive up the gorge and see what we see. Peace! So as we approach the gorge here, you can see it's just like something out of Jurassic Park. As I said, this is the deepest gorge and the longest gorge in the UK. I think the maximum depth is 449 feet in depth, and I think the maximum length was 3 miles, which makes this the largest gorge in the UK. As you can see, it just baffles the mind. Now there is wild goats and wild sheep roaming the gorge, so if we're lucky we might spot a few grazing up the cliffs. See them in precarious positions. Wow, absolutely insane. I need to go steadier driving. This road's pretty dicey. Wow, look at that. Just goes on and on. Little lay-by spots there so you can park up. Oh, we got a tight one. Check these guys out. Nice.
It took me a while when I was first trying it.
Is it slippy, guys? Do you mind if I ask? What have you got in your hands there?
Chalk.
You got the chalk, the proper like the lifters have and stuff like that, is it? Or is it a bit different? Mental. As I said earlier, it's very popular with rock climbers here. You can see why with all the sheep. Perfect for bouldering and all types of rock climbing. Certainly not for me. My feet stay firmly on the ground or in the water. I hope you've enjoyed our little walk around Cheddar today. Plenty more content coming from various different locations. Something a little bit different today. The waves were terrible, so I've stayed inland and decided to go for a wander around the beautiful, picturesque village of Cheddar. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, guys. It really helps me out. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye!